Evening. Oh, I don't know if this works. Hello, can you hear me? It works, cool. Doing alright, Ian? Back to BB on this account, because obviously Nürburgring is pretty difficult to have a clean race from the back. Broadband is back. That's definitely useful in quarantine. Can't have a lockdown without broadband. I think you meant the short shift with the Supra, but I'm not sure. Bit lively. PS5 is now updating itself with God plays of your game. Yeah. Have you got the disc one or the wow, so many pumps at a time. When I say from the back, I meant 11th. PS5's not updating itself. I don't know I'd be able to fit a PS5 in my room, to be honest. It's so bloody big. I have to cut a hole in the door. Wow, he's done a good lap. 10 minutes 15. think we might have a chance of actually doing quite well in this one, if I can avoid all the accidents. I'm not have one myself, because it's quite easy to crash around this track. Disc, but most games electronic version. Oh yes, like a pillow. Don't think it's quite as comfy as a pillow though. Yeah, I always get disc games. I don't know if the only game I've ever downloaded is Rocket League when it was free on the store. That's about it really. Yeah, it's very easier said than done, I bet. Especially with all these numbers. The reason why I'm BB is I had a race where so you've got that sort of snaky bit where it goes down the hill and then it bottoms out, comes back up the hill, and the Spaniard in front of me went off, and he went across that sort of green bit where you often see on YouTube where they cut the corner, but he went off on the bit before that and then came back on the track 90 degrees towards the wall and just T-boned me, and I got the penalty for it because obviously that was my fault. He was crashing and rejoining, and that was definitely my fault. Turn 1's pretty good for me actually. I know where to brake, so I usually get someone into turn 1. A lot of people I found in this game, I've been able to dive bomb them straight into turn 1 because they just don't know where they're braking. No, now I'll say that now, and I'll probably get involved in this shot straight away. It's coming out turn 1's the problem. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think because usually I'd usually stream just after dinner, but I only get sort of like an hour and then I'm busy watching First Level all night. I did muck it up, like I said it would. But we gained a place, that's alright. Twitchy. Where's he going to go? Let's just let him do that because he's not going to give me any room. So much better than that proper one. .7 to the leader. We might be able to get into the lead by the end of the lap if we can avoid accidents and somehow get some respect from these people. I didn't cut that enough. Good. I just cut it a lot to give him a lot of space. These two might take each other, hopefully. Oh, one's off. This is exactly where the Spaniard T-boned me the other day. And he tried the same. Binned it. Now, will they cooperate? Well, if you're going to squeeze off that, it's got the stitching from this guy, so we don't have to worry about this one landing his back, hopefully. But he's getting close. Not talking too much because I'm concentrating, but hopefully I'll respond at the end or on the long straight if I'm not too busy. Too busy looking at his moves. 7 seconds behind the leader. I'm not quite difficult, he seems quite quick. Look at that red bar connection. That means it's going to be a hell of a task getting past. Even barrel. Voice very low. Might just be me because I'm very quiet in person anyway. I can try and talk louder. I'm not very good at that though. Ooh, especially when I'm nearly crashing. Looks like we've got a chance to win though. If you can hear me. Very Brits out front. How it should be. Representing. Pretty sure the mic volume was up pretty high the last time I tried it as well, so need to figure that out. Oh, that was close. I think we'll just cruise up to the back of them, hopefully not have to push too hard. Slowly getting there. Don't really know if I can go through there. Oh god, that's a good one. Didn't we do that? If you're talking about learning tracks, if you're able to do something like what GT Sport has with the track guide and do that, especially with somewhere like Nürburgring, it's really helpful. I pretty much learnt the Nürburgring on GT5, I think it was, because didn't they had like a Mercedes event or something where you use like the SL300, the AMG and something else, and you did different sectors of the Nürburgring and eventually did it in the wet and did it in a dry, eventually a full lap, and that's how I sort of learnt it. But if not, you've just got to be slow in, fast out. Always the best way to learn. Ooh, that was an interesting one. Because if you keep crashing, you can't really learn it. So if you go slow in, fast out, there's a good chance you'll at least make all the corners so you get everything going, you can start progressing. or you need some healthy competition. Because when I used to see my friends doing this, and playing these games and going faster than me, I'd always try and go fast and then get them back. So it motivates you to try and do them. But yeah, it's definitely not a good idea to like rush into a new place or a new track, because you don't really learn and then you just get frustrated. Looks like seconds on the cards, but first, unless he makes a mistake, he's done enough, I think. Oh, that's close. I'm not like, I really don't like the carousels on games. I'm sure in real life it's much easier to hold yourself in it, but on games I seem to always fall out. Oh. This one. I'm having a very messy session today. Good few final corners here because we're not quite in the slipstream. No, I might not do it. Although he hasn't had a very good, but yeah, that's alright. That's unlucky from him because he pretty much done all the hard work. But we should just get him now. And because we've come from quite a long way back, we'll get quite a big overspeed now. So he won't be able to fight us back even. Hopefully anyway. He might try and send it at the end, which is entirely possible. Wasn't too bad. Can't stand North on how many races I've done in episodes, so slower than so many in my home. Yeah, that's very true. If you, usually, yeah, you can use it. Yeah, like a standard reference point. Like for example, come to this corner, you can see on the screen that bit of tarmac there is always a reference. Whether it's before or after doesn't matter. It's just that's your sort of reference to go. Okay, I'll brake around here. Same with. I mean, I can try and talk a bit more about how to sort of reference the Nürburgring a bit. I'm just going to see if I can do the audio. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Microphone level. Okay, it's quite down. Is that a bit louder? But yeah, I can try and talk through the Nürburgring if you want. Give some idea of reference points. I won't be amazing at it because, to be honest, I'm very bad at reference points. But I can try. What's this guy gonna say? Oh, he's not gonna say anything. That's alright. Who did I just race? Him. Sounds a bit louder. Okay. Yeah, it should be louder. It did sound, well, from what it told me anyway. Is there a particular part of the Nordschleife you don't like, Baz? Because I can try and work it out. What people tend to do when with the Nordschleife is you'll find a lot of people are very good up until a certain point. So let's say I used to know how to get to that first. So when you're coming over Flugplatz and then you do the left and you'd go off the track there, I used to always crash there. I used to be really good up until then, and then I'd usually crash. But then you sort of work that a bit further, and then eventually you get to a full lap and sort of, okay, got the idea. Okay, I can have a look and see how much we can get. Obviously we won't be able to do a full lap in this, but I'll maybe talk during the race, see if I can work out, commentate on what I'm doing. But yeah, especially with something like the Nürburgring though, you've got to be on the side of caution. Like that whole race there, if you look at like my brake inputs especially, they're not hard or anything. I'm braking usually quite soft, so like I've got a lot more to do. Like if it, let's say, oh, as I crash for no reason, so like I'll be braking quite light, so there's more room for me to brake harder if I need to. Oh, Dakota, I know where to brake, but I'm sorry, usually second. Is Derek? Oh, Derek's a pain now. I'm usually 15 seconds behind Derek, if that's the guy I'm thinking of. I spent the whole first year of this game playing GT Sport, and every time I saw him on, I knew I wasn't going to win the race. Because he is ridiculously good. Like, I don't know how he does it. There was a couple of races I remember where I was following him, trying to keep up with him. So damn difficult. I think I got ahead of him once, and I bottled it immediately. I was really annoyed with myself. But obviously for the GP there's a lot of reference points, which is good. So I suppose even if you don't, because I don't really pay attention too much, but you can sort of get all your reference points from things on the track that are very obvious, like all the curbs and stuff. They tend to lead to a good braking point or turn in or anything. I'd say that sort of those tarmac areas, and here I guess a bit about feel. I don't really know if you need a marker for that. You just sort of dab a brake, I guess. I just got back to A-rated DR. One step closer to a chance of partaking top 6. Not bad. Checked out. I've been racing since GT6. Yeah, I don't envy that. He is a pain because he's so good. I haven't seen him much on here now, but yeah, no, well done getting to A. Not far off. Although even if you're in A+, you've got a long way to get to the top though. But I'll talk a bit about this. So the first corner was the pit sort of exit, I'd say. Where it ends is where you sort of think about things. Here, to be honest, I don't really know. Like, it's somewhere about here, but I don't really know what the reference point is. But I usually just try and be calm and not have too much brake on, because if you have too much brake, you unsettle the car. So it's almost like just coasting through these and just running through them rather than actually like really attacking them. Same with here, it's just rhythm. Cut this curb to give you a nice drive to then open up that one a little bit more. Here, there's not really any references, to be fair, but I try and hug that tight so then I can drive down the hill. I select usually a higher gear, especially in this car because it's got a lot of torque, so you don't have to worry about sliding the car out. Flugplatz, well, I usually go dab a brake and just take it easy and just feel out on the throttle. If you need to, you can always back off if you think you're going to run wide. A lot of this track is about momentum, I think, to be honest. And then here, you just want to be comfortable, so you just want to dab a brake and just make sure you can always hug the inside as much as you can, really. Brake somewhere at the end of that curb. And then just run the speed around this. You want to carry quite a bit of speed around this because it's quite banked. Downhill, straightest line possible. Just curb to curb. And then use the hill here to slow down when you get about halfway up. Turn in. You can cut that curve because the car's quite light. Here you run a lot of speed around this right, and then sort of straight line brake to here, and then turn in. Here it's just tricky on the power, so just be careful. Really be smooth on acceleration. This one, I want to say it's 4th gear or 5th gear, maybe 5th. But you just drive it hard through it. You just want to be smooth. Same with this. Just always smooth, really. Because if you're attacking it too much, you're going to find yourself like catching the grass every time, or you're going to bump off a curb. You're going to get over the edge there, and especially with these curves where they're raised and then it's grass, it really throws the car around quite easily. This is meant to be miss, hit, miss. I usually miss all of them, or I hit the first one and miss the other two. So I can't really give you advice on that because I don't know how to do it. Here, you've just got to modulate your brake as you turn in, because if you go full brake around the right, you won't make the right very easy for yourself. Or if you can make it with full brake, you're not going fast enough on the way in anyway. Alright, GT. The North Side is an older track, and I think older tracks don't have references. True. Although this is a particular older track, obviously, because it literally doesn't have anything, whereas all the other tracks will have marker boards, at least. Whereas this, of course, they're not going to bother putting marker boards out when there's tourists going around in their Chavvy 1.2 courses and crashing everywhere. They'd never last, well, any time at all. Probably one of the hardest corners to get right, I guess, is this one up here. You just got to be really smooth on the power. Try and straighten your exit as much as possible, so you're not risking having steering lock to spin you onto the inside, because as you saw in the race, there was someone that spun, and I've spun countless times there. You sort of want to get your turning done early and then just drive straight and forward to just minimise the risk. There's this sign up on the right. That's what I've recently been using, but before I just guessed, because I've sort of now noticed that that's there. But once again, this one's slow and fast out for sure, and you want to try and not make it too risky going too wide, because of course you've got one of these curves with the grass on the end. It's just slippy, and of course you've got this flat out section which goes all the way to, well, that fast kink basically, so you need to carry the speed through here. What's next? Yeah, so then it's the fast kink next, which, to be honest, I often used to wing it and just sort of hope for the best. I've got a better idea now, but that idea is because of feeling, not because of actually knowing. But it's usually just some sort of downward freight, and you're just straight back on the throttle and just try and drive it, but you've got to be really careful with that bit of grass. This should be flat in most cars, unless you've got some powerful car with not grippy tyres. This curve is usually a reference for here, and you just want to try and not spin the tyres coming out of there and not have the back end stuff out, but it's pretty difficult. What times do I do? I think I did an 8:14, but I haven't really done any laps around here at all. I don't really, when this comes up, I never usually qualify. I think I did an 8:14 on the other account. I think it said I could do somewhere like an 8:10, I think, before, but honestly, when this comes out, I never really qualify for it. Anyway, hello Shadow, hello Isa. Hope you're all doing well. This time we're actually starting from the back, unlike last where we were actually 11th for some reason. All B's as well. Interesting. But yeah, the last section of, like, if you struggle at the end of the lap, that's the most technical to get right, because it all leads into one another, and that is quite difficult to learn. But if you're on GT Sport, you can just practice it through the course guides, and you can just rerun that sector, and it is quite helpful, to be fair. I can, but there's a lot of time in between me and them, so I'm going to have to go a little bit quicker than that. Put some moves on. Darcy Foal says nice to meet you. Not sure why, but we will say hello anyway. Oh, sorry, I'm paused, sorry, didn't mean to block you. Where's Darcy on there? Oh, there she. Oh, whoops. I only spotted her before the end. Wait, can I do it? Oh, quick. The B lobbies are difficult to avoid content. You can say that again. Especially when it's BB. That usually means it's carnage. But yeah, Dakota, just to let you know, if you're trying to get into the top 16 lobbies, you've got to be quite high in A+ as well. Because I used to try and go for them. It said I was 17th ranked when I tried to enter one at one point, which is the closest I ever got to one. But that was back when there was a lot more people on it, I think. But I was probably about like 60k or something. So you have to be quite high ranked to get into those. Unless they all sort of fizzle out, but I can't imagine they will. Not for a little while anyway. Alright, let's see what happens, I guess. So, we've got to try not to crash and not to get penalties. And overtake as many as possible. I'm hoping for, don't know, maybe a top 8. It's reasonable. Try and set these up for the exit. Didn't really get enough traction. One down. J.G. Oh, he's number 73 as well. The guys at Club 73 were like that. They won't like him being done round the outside like that though. Here's Darcy, who said hello. No idea why. Hopefully they don't try and take me out. Oh yeah, if you look at my Kudos Prime, you'll see how bad it is. But I'm not really too bothered. To be fair, for me it's quite fun being put into really low lobbies. Oh my god, what's he doing? Is he trying to let me go? I tried not to hit him, but I think I might have given him that. Oh, he's had a bad, or she's had a bad day. They have had a bad day. Right, another group here. See what happens with this one. I can't imagine that they're all going to make it to the end of that hairpin at the end of this. Somehow. Oh, one's already gone by the looks of it. Take it easy, I guess. Oh, wow. That understood a lot. Oh, right, there's two of them. Now this is where it gets difficult to overtake. Well, it's pretty difficult anyway, but... Oh, sorry. I thought he'd left a sneaky gap there. Great name. Oh, I think he's trying to push me a bit. As you can see, I still don't know how to do miss hit miss, because that was awful. My best bet will be... Race speed's not very fun though, by the looks of it. If it's the one... Is it like the Group 4 one or something? I don't know what's meant to happen for next week's races, but... I mean, if you're good at the combo, then yeah, go for it, mate. The best thing with the driver rating is just... You gotta just, yeah, keep going through them. And if you see a lobby full of high ranked players, hopefully you can beat them, because they will give you all the DI you need. Is he on the grass? Right. So I got to about here, didn't I, somewhere when I was talking. But carousel's a pain. That you just want to keep opening the steering up. Carousel I'm really bad at. I sort of use where the curb sticks out there, and then I'm just really tense the whole way through because I'm scared I'm going to crash. I'm a bit better at it on this game. I think the old games used to have some sort of handling error where it would sort of spin you to the inside. Here is just about momentum. Just try and keep it quite smooth. Curb to curb. I think you can run this one out quite wide and then just sort of, yeah, use all the exit. Here you can cut the left hand side if you're lucky, and then the right you can definitely cut. That's the important one to cut. Brake at the bottom and then just carry your speed over the top of the hills. This is all just sort of momentum really, a little bit of brake. Just to make sure you don't run wide, because it's sort of deceptive how slippy it is when you go off here. Hold it tight. This is deceptively awkward as well, this corner. Which is why I guess everyone crashes there on YouTube. Now, this is risky, so we're going to probably settle behind him, unless we can dive here, but no. I won't. Hopefully he doesn't make us lose the slipstream to the next group though. Right, we can sneak past here. Hopefully he didn't find that too aggressive. I used to be really bad at these two corners, because I always used to go off in the grab and spin it. But at some point it clicked and I knew what to do. Right, this guy's going to try and hit us, or just about missed him. Oh, that's a shame. We're not going to get a slipstream for this straight then. Might even get hold up during it. At least there's no one behind to slipstream us. I don't know what car is in front, but we'll see if we're faster than it. Looks like we are. Are you racing a typewriter? No. On a Thrustmaster. Getting to A+ hard work, indeed. Why did you say I'm racing a typewriter? Is that meant to be an insult or something? Oh. Why is this guy paused? Interesting. Oh, we're not far off. I didn't think we would get this high this quick. Yeah, indeed. Lots of clicking. Oh, I see. Typewriter. Got it. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it's the metal of my paddle shifters making that noise. They're a bit noisy on the old clunky Thrustmaster. Oh no, he's braking. Don't brake. If we can get past him, that'd be great. So we can have a clear run into the Nordschleife. Oh, that was a bit deep. We're through. Oh. Did hit us there. Not really sure why. You youngsters don't remember the sound. No, I don't, somehow. Just can't think why. Actually, I was sorting through the archives at my work, and there was found a floppy disk and all sorts of other stuff, which is quite interesting. Lots of ancient stuff. Relatively ancient, anyway. I always forget there's tyre wear in this one, so I always go in thinking I've got the same amount of grip. It's probably not a good idea. Well, if we can get a podium, we've done well. Oh, that was a bit risky. And if I can do a clean lap, we'll see what sort of lap time I can do. That curb's a bit of a mess. Oh, come fronts. Fifth's fine. Third will do. If I don't spin. We're not really catching this guy, to be fair. Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah, we're not really catching this guy at all. I'll try and read that, but it's quite tricky on the turns. Do you just throw rounds to compensate for tire wear? I should do, but I don't often do it. Especially because I found that out when I did the Club 100 race. Because I used the Viper at Laguna, and I did actually remember to switch it, but I switched it the wrong way. I put it all on the front, well, a little bit to the front, and it wore the fronts out, which I was trying to conserve. But I should do, but at the moment it's on 0, as you can see. But like if I was doing an endurance with like a front tyre wear car or a front wheel drive car, sorry, then yeah, definitely. I'd think about it a lot more than I have right now. But for this, I'm not really taking it too seriously anyway, so I'm not too bothered. If we were doing like A+ lobbies, I might be sort of thinking about it. But to be fair, if you look at the tyre wear on this, it's pretty even across the corners, so it's not awful. It's not something to be too worried about. We're catching, but not enough. That was pretty bad. I guess, yeah, this lap time won't actually be a very good reference because it's on worn tyres anyway. Same here, yeah. I should pay more attention to it. If I was doing more serious stuff, I definitely think I would think about it a bit more, but I usually can't be bothered unless there's a fundamental handling issue, like you're always locking, like the fronts are always pushing or the rears are locking, then I'd change it, but I usually just get in and drive. I don't really pay too much attention to anything else. Weren't far off, but those guys were pretty decent, so weren't going to catch them in a hurry. Thrustmaster is a funny name. I agree. Almost as funny as yours, mate. Speaking of serious, I'm only focused on the Nation Cup. Yeah. That's a good idea, to be fair. Nations Cup's probably the most even, I guess, because you can all be in the same car. I do like the manufacturers because you've got sort of that, all the different cars like you've got in this race, I guess, to be fair. But you always find that there's one manufacturer who'll do particularly well and somewhere it's just sometimes a little bit annoying, but then other times it's good because you've got all the diversity and stuff, so yeah, that wasn't too bad, was it? I don't think, did I go off at all? I don't think I did I? "16 positions. Almost the podium. Oh, I'm up to A now. Safety rating. And lap time 8:18 on worn tyres. So, yeah, I don't really know how to say that. I don't know what a good time is, to be honest, on the worn tyres. Yeah, it's not too bad. I did crash into that bloke though, didn't I? Or that person. I shouldn't say it because it's called Darcy, so it's probably a girl, isn't it? I think they must have been trying to let me through, because they got going as soon as I went past. Yeah, true, but clean races are very subjective. I've had pretty big accidents and still got a clean race. And as you know, with the penalty system on this game, they don't know what a clean race is to save their lives. I've got an 8:15, sorry, on the other account. Oh, well, 8:16 to be fair. I think at one point, when I did this at one point for quite a bit, I feel like in a BMW, and I got to an 8:08. What's the times? Hang on, what's the top 10? Yeah, 8:08 is probably where I'd get if I tried my bloody arse off. Seen the typewriter in a museum. I guess we'll go with that, just I'm used to it. I don't know if you heard what my dad came in and said dinner will be at 6:30, so that sounds like one more race. And then well, I might be on tonight, but that'll be quite late. Yeah, there's probably aliens in all the regions, to be fair though. Although South America doesn't seem to have too many. Apart from when Frogger steps up, but Frogger usually plays on an EMEA anyway, doesn't he? There's a lot of good European drivers. There's a lot of good British drivers, to be fair. It's pretty hard to do well in Britain. See you later, Buzz. Have a good evening. And good luck with your race, whichever that is. Steering wheel looks well small in this car. Ooh. Ray Brigon Monza. That doesn't sound like too bad a combination. Might be a bit twitchy. Yeah, I've never used the cones on this game. Because I think, or at least I've never used them on purpose. I think they were on for me when I first started the game. And I remember running them over and flipping. And I was just like, and then when I've realised there was a offset, and I was like, oh right, okay. I assume, because I remember, I think, I don't know if it was like Tijni maybe or something. He always had them on, so I didn't think it was something you could just turn off. I assume someone like him would. But, oh, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I never use the cones because it's just it's a mess as well, and usually they're in the way. I always try and get rid of them when I'm doing quality laps, if I was ever to do them. They're a good idea though. But yeah, it's odd that they have an inherent risk to using them. Yeah, I used to see a lot of them. Especially this game, you always jump on the cones. Always. Popped. Oh. Can't really drift these cars, can you? I imagine this all just sounds like angry wheel noises. Your mum calls me a Thrustmaster. Does she now? I bet yeah, I reckon you should try it as a line on a date. Or a line on Tinder. I'm sure you get some action. It does make a lot of people laugh though when they hear it. I've said it to a few of my friends that don't know anything about racing or anything like that, and they sort of go, Thrustmaster, what the fuck? I think I've bought some sort of sex toy. I didn't check to see what the times were. I'm sure they're all good. At least you don't have the glitch of starting last at Suzuka when you start last here. Something else to watch out for actually, if you ever do this. If you go wide out of this corner here, this is off track, so like obviously, but you sometimes don't think about it when you come out of here, but that will dirty your tyres. So then you'll probably get to this corner, or you'll spin coming out of that corner, and find you sort of go a bit wider than intended because you sort of just slide off like that. Because you just don't have as much grip. Dirty tyres are a pain in the arse actually in this game. Like, it's fine, but it's just annoying. You forget about it too quickly. And they're really hard to drive around. Was that a Sebastian Helmet Beetle? 816s. I guess that's quite good. Can't remember what the other lots did. Might have done 818s. Right, let's see what we do with this one. If we can get, well, I guess let's go top 5 again and see what happens. Bit of luck. God's sake. Got right my way. Oh. Bit of a nudge. Right, one down. However many more to go. That looked like a pretty harsh penalty for that bloke. Or that person, I should say. Oh, crash. Oh, he caught him quick. Sneak past him. Now this just looks carnage. If we can get through most of these early on in the Norwich lift, that would be pretty good. Oh my god, where's he going? Hopefully it resets him. Oh, it didn't. Wow. Right, this is just going to end in carnage. If we can pick our way through this, I'll be impressed. Pick our way through without getting a penalty, I should say. We are inside, buddy. Thanks. Okay, well, told you I wouldn't do it. Tears for me. Right, well, back where we started. I'm sure we'll catch it pretty quick because, well, I think we all saw how tightly packed that train was. Thought he was going to be nice, but I guess should have probably noticed by the fact he had a penalty, he probably wasn't feeling too happy to move over with people. Oh, don't tell me that's him that's at the back now as well. It is, isn't it? Is that him? Who did I get hit? Did I hit Vortex? Or who gave me the big squeeze? If it was him, we'll give him a bit of his own medicine back. Give him a little squeeze as well if I can. Not rude, obviously, just make sure he knew I'm there. So close to having a gap. Oh, is he going to hit the grass? Not quite. He's looking at me, so he's not really getting his braking points right. Are you going to give it some room? Right, we're through. We'll give this guy the slipstream. Hopefully he can hold in there. Oh, damn it. Right, hopefully we can pull away from this French bloke. Oh, okay, he's just going to hit me off. But for some reason I didn't move. Oh. I don't know if he's got lag. That was quite weird. Did you see that? He like went full speed into me on the radar. But it didn't really move me anywhere. That was really odd. We're not lagging, so I don't really know what happened there. But we're definitely going to have to get him back now. That's a bit unfair. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh no. No! Oh, for God's sake. Oh, this guy's having a nightmare, isn't he? Right, we'll catch up to this boat because might be sore though. I don't know what that means. Yeah, okay. We can give him a little squeeze probably here somewhere. It's like he's trying to avoid me. He braked quite early there to like avoid it, thinking that I was going to ram him off. Which is interesting. But I don't have a grudge with him, really. He's done all the things to me. So I'm a bit confused by him. We're 23 seconds off the lead. See if we can catch that a little bit. Be nice. Oh, why are you doing this? That was so stupid. You squeezed me off onto the curb. Where was I going to go? That's where you got to learn to back out a little bit earlier. It's not really a corner to fight around. Especially when you're trying to squeeze me rather than give me a bit of room. He knows what he's done. Just a dirt driver, no lags. Yeah, it was weird. He did look like he aimed for me, so I can sort of get that idea. Vroom. Great name. Right, well, that definitely delayed our progress, going from the back twice. Right, next group. Oh, you can't really see on there. Nice little pack of 3 coming up. Fifth's there. Okay, so we're still not out of getting a top 5 potentially. We'll take a lot of work and a lot of luck, but it's not a million miles away. Hopefully we can get a couple before the Norge Life if we're lucky. Don't think we're going to be. Damn it. Don't know how I would have got past, but it would have been nice to show him a wheel. Yeah, he's just looking at me. Well, that was just a crash. I assume he realises that he just basically spun into me there. He's not going to do the same thing as the other French bloke. But we'll wait and see. He stayed quite close, which is annoying. I was hoping to sort of pull away enough that I don't need to worry about him slipstreaming me. Oh, that might be a cut. Definitely sent it a bit too much there. We're still catching the leaders despite all this. It's not too bad. That was a bit risky. Come on, let's get past him. That was good. Yeah, okay. Well, it didn't matter, he crashed anyway. Next one. A local. Yellow flags. Oh, that was close. Oh, yep, go off. Perfect timing. Need a bit of this section to catch up. Oh, someone with a penalty as well. That can help. Should be able to catch up quite a bit here. Usually they're not quite as quick through here. Done it again. Is fifth in sight? No. That's a shame. Oh, that was really close. Properly balls that up. Right, just gotta get in the slipstream of this guy. And then we should have sixth. Is that just a 0.5? We'll see. Okay, that might be a problem. I don't think I wanted to pass him this early. Oh, he's got a huge penalty. Oh, we might have stuffed it here. I might try and let him back through a bit earlier, see if I can re-slipstream on the way down the hill. Or he might run out of steam. Ah, he's not got enough pace. Oh, sweet. Okay. That's alright then. Okay then. Alright, fair enough. He did make the corner. Oh, he got penalty for it. If he left the room, it would have been alright, but he just sort of took me onto the grass. Fair play though. He outbraked me well good there. I was sort of expecting him to just ran into me, to be honest. I wonder if that will come up with a clean race. Oh, we got the old Super GT 6th. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he pulled off a good move. He just drove, because he had actually made it so that he didn't need to take me off, but he, like, do you see, he sort of diagonalised the way straight to the next curb to even cut it as well. Like, he probably would have got me even with staying on the track, like, giving me some room. But, oh well. I mean, I'm not going to say no to having an extra position. So what was the time there? Oh, I didn't get the fast lap. 2:21, 8:21, sorry. 2:21. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Well, I'm surprised we made it that high up, to be honest, after all that. That was a close one. 7-1. Oh, no, it wasn't. Right, well, I think that'll do for this stream. So well, I don't know if I'll do another one tomorrow. Maybe after the MotoGP, to be fair. Yeah, no worries, Ian. Hopefully you can sort of say the reason why I'm sort of streaming is, I guess, because I get a lot of when we're in like Kirith's room, like especially when like Kirith uses my, like he'll follow me on board and try and find out what I'm doing. If you can just watch it in person and I can talk through it, then it's sort of, if it can help people, whatever. And it's a little bit entertaining going from the back. So, but yeah, after the MotoGP I might stream, but MotoGP takes priority. Yeah, I'm Super GT confirmed. I'm not quite as tall as him though, and my voice ain't deep enough, I don't think. I wonder if he'll be at Wilton Mill. If it ever happens. Yeah, right, guys. So I don't know if there's meant to be any sort of lobbies open with like Kirith or something later. Maybe I'll join them, but if there's not, probably catch you guys tomorrow. Well, after MotoGP. Yeah, have a good evening, guys. Catch you later.